What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some really cool and new Fallout 76 news to be talking about with you guys. For those of you who haven't heard about this, Bethesda just kind of dropped some really awesome news when it comes to future DLC potentially for and after Fallout 76 Wastelanders, just confirming pretty much that one of the biggest biggest factions, will be making a return into Fallout 76. So for those of you who haven't seen, Bethesda actually just did this kind of Q&A type of thing on Reddit, where they were, asking people to ask them a bunch of questions and all this type of stuff, and they were answering some of them, giving some potential hints on what we may see revealed, whether it's on the roadmap, etc. And yeah, some awesome things that will potentially be coming, especially maybe in the next big storyline kind of quest DLC type of thing that we will potentially see after Wastelanders. Obviously, someone actually decided to ask, will we see story DLC in the future around the Enclave or the Brotherhood of Steel? They said, well, Bethesda did respond with, let's just say the Brotherhood is now watching the wasteland of West Virginia very closely. So this doesn't necessarily mean that the Brotherhood of Steel are in the works to be coming back into Fallout 76, but this does kind of confirm that whatever time it does actually come, the Brotherhood is still most likely will be returning to Appalachia and in the Fallout 76. So again, I don't think they're necessarily working on this just yet. If they were kind of working on it, I feel like they would pretty much maybe say that the Brotherhood is still maybe doing some research about a possible move or something like that to get the fans really excited. But I think they actually played it off pretty careful here and kind of gave a response that will get fans, excited, but not too excited to the point where they'll be continuously sitting here waiting for the Brotherhood of Steel to potentially be added, because honestly, I think it could be quite a ways away. Now, obviously, a lot of Bethesda are currently working from home due to quarantine and all of that type of stuff. We now know that they've finished up with Wastelanders. There may be a couple other quests here and there that will potentially be coming that, we know that the Fastenarks Parade will be returning, but that's just because, they're not necessarily working on that too much because, they're not in the studio or anything, but they probably worked on that before quarantine kind of all got in and kind of added it to the game files and all of that type of stuff. And we all know that it's been in the game for the previous year as a big event. Pretty much the first event that was DLC, I do believe that was actually added into Fallout 76, and they will be adding pets, which again, they've already got the used textures from the Fallout 4 Creation Club. For those of you who haven't seen, and they pretty much have confirmed that they'll be adding pets, aka dogs. So again, because they've already got the textures for that, it won't exactly take too much time. But right now, what I think they're going to be doing is actually writing, because, they can't really work on too many gameplay features because they currently are in quarantine, but I genuinely believe they may start writing the script for maybe a Wastelanders Part 2, or, the new big DLC quest, big storyline that will be getting added probably towards the end of the year, maybe towards the start of 2020. But again, they've kind of got all the foundation set with all the with all the dialogue system and player tree stuff and all those type of things. The companions, all of that stuff is kind of in the game now, so it's going to be a much easier process for Bethesda to kind of add all of this stuff. But I think this is going to give them a good time, now that they're in quarantine anyway, that they'll be able to write a pretty decent script maybe for a potential return for the Brotherhood of Steel to Appalachia. So again, this kind of confirms that the Brotherhood of Steel will be coming to Fallout 76, but I just don't think we should get our hopes and really get hyped up very soon, because this could take quite a while for them to potentially add. We may get a roadmap in the next couple of weeks, we should be potentially getting, which will probably show us all the stuff that will most likely be coming the first half of the year and then maybe the second half of the year. And I wouldn't think any Brotherhood of Steel, all that type of stuff will be on there. If anything, if we're lucky, hopefully we'll get a confirmation that a new big storyline quest will be getting added into Fallout 76, like pretty much a similar thing what they did with the original Fallout 76 2019 roadmap, where they kind of said that Wastelanders would be coming at the end of 2019 and just showed a little picture as well. Hopefully we will be getting that, but I'm not going to 100% lock it in. I honestly think that they could maybe not confirm anything to do with big storyline quests, because they don't want to get everyone too excited, because they most likely might not be able to get that out in time, obviously due to the fact that they are currently in quarantine. But it does bring out a really cool point that, yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel will be coming back into Fallout 76, and with all the settlers and raiders that are all in the storyline right now, it's just going to be really awesome to see other factions come in too. Of course, it'd be cool to see them maybe develop those smaller factions like the Cult of Mothman up first, but again, Brotherhood is still coming would be very, very awesome and cool. But for the Enclave, who really knows what's going to be happening with them? I don't know if they would necessarily bring them back at the same time, because yes, the settlers and raiders have come back at the same time, but that's just, we always knew that was going to happen. That makes quite a bit of sense, but you kind of feel like that one of the factions out of the Brotherhood and the Enclave would be a little bit behind each other. It would just be kind of a little bit strange just to see all of a sudden one day, or maybe over a span of like the week in the story, that both factions are all of a sudden back at the same time. I'm not necessarily too sure if they would do that. I think what the next big DLC would kind of be, and they've been kind of hinting at this with just saying that the Brotherhood of Steel are keeping an eyes on Appalachia. They didn't really say the Enclave had any part to do with it. I think what they could do in the next big DLC is maybe bring the Brotherhood of Steel to Appalachia, and then they will continue to develop those smaller factions, and maybe add a couple smaller factions here and there. And then we obviously know that the Enclave could be a project that they decide to do in the future. But again, I wouldn't be surprised as well if they decide to bring them all back at the same time. But again, I don't know if we're going to get this in 2020. Obviously, Bethesda just putting out this Reddit thing is kind of a good indicate that we will be getting it very, very soon. But yeah, I think, as I'm saying very, very soon, I'm saying that very, very soon is probably going to be in the span of a year or something like that. I don't think we're going to get it extremely soon, because yeah, it is probably not going to work like that. Bethesda are going to have to take their time to develop the new DLC, and yeah, again, because they're in quarantine, that's not exactly helping their case too much. But obviously, we've got a whole load of new content coming out. They revealed more on their Reddit that I will be talking about in other videos here and there. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe and stay tuned for that. Again, more of those videos, more of these type of videos will be coming out. So that's just what my thoughts and opinions are on the Brotherhood of Steel coming to Fallout 76. Obviously, it is pretty much confirmed at this point. I just don't think it's going to be coming too soon, but yeah, pretty much I'm going to be saying it will be coming soon, just hopefully in the span of a year or so, and yeah, hopefully shorter than that now that they've kind of got all the foundations set out, you know, like the dialogue and all that type of stuff. So yeah, again, I'm extremely excited. Wastelanders was really cool in my opinion. I still haven't really put out a review on it, or my review slash thoughts and opinions, so I probably will be doing that very soon. But as I was saying, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest gaming and Fallout content. Don't forget to comment in the comment section down below, what are your thoughts and opinions on Bethesda kind of revealing that the Brotherhood of Steel are locked to be coming back to Fallout 76. I definitely would really like to hear your thoughts and opinions on it all down below. But as I was saying, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.